It's not a response, it's a Rob-sponse. Checking in with y'all from Johannesburg, South Africa, actually here in Sandton, which is a northern enclave in Johannesburg. Just want to get my thoughts on how I feel being back in the motherland so far. I'd say it's probably been an 8 out of 10. And I'll talk about the 8 part before I talk about the 2 out of 10 part. So the 8 out of 10, once you come in, you feel the pride, you see all the African inspired visuals throughout the city. So in the airport, you see the I Love JMB, you see the mold of an elephant, you see the mosaics of the whole continent, everywhere you go, you see the African continent mosaic. And people are really prideful about the whole continent, but here in Johannesburg, people are really prideful about South Africa. I've met 2 or 3 very passionate Uber drivers telling me, about the great things about South Africa, how they love it here, and how, in a way they're even a little bit elitist because, they feel like so many immigrants come to South Africa. Like South Africa is kind of like the United States in the sense that everybody wants to come here. So there's even a little bit of extra pride that way. Again, people are very proud of the common spaces. So when I went to Melrose Arch, everyone there was, excited, happy to work there and really taking glee in just being there. And then even more so at the Zone at Rosebank, the little mall shopping area plaza, again, great people helping, me out, directing me on where to go. And I had the Mamba Samba. It's like a bar lounge. The lady waved me in from outside, and then she took me on the 3-level tour of the whole building. Mamba Samba at Zone Rosebank, to show me everything. And I was kind of walking towards it before she waved me in because they were playing Jodeci. So then once I was inside, they were playing more 90s hits. So that 90s nostalgic music, they know the vibes. So that was cool. And again, as I was saying before, it's like everything's modern here. The shopping malls are modern. You can argue that they look newer than American malls. Now again, that might be because they might have been built, 10 or 15 years after the American malls were built. But they look newer, shinier, more refreshed. But again, the infrastructure here has been top notch. As I heard, if you want the best transition to Africa, South Africa is nearly the top. I heard Kenya's pretty good as well, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see Kenya and compare and contrast Nairobi as well with Johannesburg. But yeah, I would say a lot of pride here, a lot of welcoming. So, it's been good in Johannesburg. The 2 out of 10 will come down to 2 things. One, there's a lot more diversity here. And again, Johannesburg is a major metropolitan international city. But you lose a little bit of the, homeland, motherland, Africa aspect when you see so many people who are white or Chinese or Indian. So it seems a little bit more watered down. But again, it's still probably a strong 70% African presence here. And then another thing too, I guess, when people see you're an American, again, to be fair, this happened in Europe as well. People are quick to come up and ask you for money or, try to get help. Like I said, the same thing happened to me in Rome. Same thing happened to me in Barcelona. Same thing happened to me in London. So, I think the same thing happened to me in Berlin as well. So, it's not just a thing that's only to Johannesburg. So, but anyway, it's not a response, it's a Rob-sponse. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this long. If you've been to Africa or South Africa or Johannesburg in particular, please weigh in. Throw in your comments. And again, I'm gonna try to drop you guys some content just about every day and just more and more insights on South Africa. About to hop on a flight, so I'll be in Cape Town later today, God willing. And peace and love.